Hello, folks, and welcome to another pump and dump analysis by Inspocrypto. Then nothing else is the market becoming. It's just a casino. It's just the big exchange cash cow. Pump and dump, pump and dump. What you see here is, algo trading. It's pure algo trading to liquidate late shorts, then afterwards go up. It wouldn't surprise me to go down again to liquidate a lot of late longs, or even go up and then go down again to maintain the level of the CME gap, CME close from Friday. It wouldn't really surprise me just to liquidate, and that's why I'm not trading anymore. Because, yeah, it really hurts to see that. It's really hard because that's a market that's, in my opinion, not worth to trade anymore. And we have seen that last week all the time, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, while they are distributing. And that's what they are doing, just distributing. And that matches also to the Bitcoin collateral futures because they are hedging their sells. And you can see, I mean, that was mainly driven by futures here, even if we had here the aggregated spot, but it's really frustrating. Even I'm not trading anymore, but just to see that, yeah, it's really frustrating me because I believe in crypto. I really love crypto, and that's not fair. That's really not fair. It's these people really deserve the worst. But however, let us go forward. Well, Volts ratio, I think I will stop to include this in my analysis because it's, I mean, last time we had, and even last year, every time when it happened, I mean, even last time it went up, up, it declined. What happened? Yes, it declined almost by 30%, and then the price started to dump. And what we see here is it could even soon start to decline, so to play out, but it's taking too much time. I mean, if we check, it started to decline 3 weeks ago. Last time when we had that, that was June 1st, and a week later it played out. It's really unusual to wait 2 weeks or 3 weeks and nothing is happening. So I guess this time voice ratio, it seems, just fooled me, to be honest, because I'm the messenger. And yeah, what should I say? I mean, I will wait a little bit more, but if that's not going to play out this time, I'm not going to use the voice ratio anymore because that's just indicating, yeah, they sent bitcoins, but it's not playing out. I don't know what these guys are doing. If maybe they want to go to moon to 1 million US dollar each bitcoin and distribute there, I really don't know. But it's the first time, and it's also very sad that's not playing out. Even as mentioned, I'm not expecting, I don't need a nuke. It's okay if the volume starts to go up like hell and we have volatility indicating sell pressures coming. Even if we have more buyers on the other side, that would be fine, but it's not happening. Nothing is happening. So indicating, I don't know what whales did, but just indicating the whales ratio is not playing out like it did here, like it did, for example, even last year. If we check what it did last year, um, you can see that here. So it played out just few days afterwards. July 17th, it started to decline, and just 1 day later, it started to play out. It's where we did our spring, and afterwards we went up. And this time, even last time, as mentioned, 1 week later, now 3 weeks later, nothing is happening. Absolutely nothing. So, yeah, at least the weights ratio 1 hour time frame would be, and it's still useful because it's indicating short term, yeah, the short term weight sentiment. And what we see here is, for example, that was a little bit prepared, so they reduced the volume, or they reduced some more bitcoins to the exchanges, and afterwards the price dumped and went up. We can see here the weights ratio 30 hours moving average lifted up, maintained a level, declined. And what we see here, for example, is that the stablecoin reserves on exchanges maintained, and it's declining right now. Even the stablecoin supply is declining. It lifted up a little bit, but the trend maintains negative. So also here, absolutely nothing new. Flow activity as every weekend, nothing. 400 Bitcoin just before the red candle, so really nothing. We had big amount of stablecoin outflows indicating they sold. It seems we don't know what exactly they sold, but they sold a lot of things. So here 86 million, here 150 million, while less stablecoin inflows. But also here stablecoin outflows almost flat, also indicating nothing happening here. So what we see here related to futures are we went up, we went down, we went up, we went down. So more demand for longs, more demand for shorts, more demand for longs, and now more demand for shorts. Only because we went up directly after the dump doesn't mean we will go and push more to the upside, to be honest. It's something we need to check, of course, but that's what we can see. The volume is rising, it seems, of course, because they absorbed a lot, but well, that was, in my opinion, a very usual um, momentum ignition dump and pump. That's what they did and what they do, and it seems it's still active, even if it's not more the classic version that the court just detected on FTX, for example, just a few years ago. But it's exactly the same pattern, and that's why I just tweeted about that just a few days ago, because that's what they are using. And yeah, just to kill retailers. That's the only thing what they are doing at the moment. If we check that here, you can see flat, flat, no bitcoins coming into derivative exchanges, also not stablecoins. So also here, absolutely nothing. Let us go forward and check what the blockchain whisper is showing us. The blockchain whispers is indicating we still have more longs than shorts. I guess they liquidated some shorts, but at the moment not indicating that. And also here on Ethereum, they are still waiting with shorts 1 billion versus 800 million. And well, we can, dismiss those here. So, yeah, we will see what's going to happen next. Let us go forward. That takes a little bit. So now let me check if I can, if I have some luck today. Yeah, oh baby, 15 credits in my face. That's cool. Now I have 40 credits. I love the Kingfisher. Even I don't really understand their scale, but I love them. So let us check what's happening here. Uh, well, I mean, we have more on the short side. very close to our current price just to liquidate them. So it wouldn't surprise me if we go to the 24K and even above just to liquidate them. For bulls, we need a price above of 24,800 to maintain a bullish momentum. We'll see if they can do that. Otherwise, we can see everything below 21K on the long side, on the long future side, is a bigger volume to liquidate afterwards. Um, but we have here the same pattern also on long like shorts. So we see that low leverage has at least more positions there waiting. If we want to liquidate them, we need to go far, far above of 30K or even go below of 18K. Something we need to see. FTX, and let us see what FTX is showing us. Well, FTX is, well, I would say it's exactly the same, not the same volume, of course, even if it's not that bad. We have here low leverage longs and low leverage shorts, but it seems we have much more liquidation volume on that side than on that side. And that's it. We can check Binance, what Binance whales are indicating us. So yeah, they it seems they liquidated just longs and afterwards, as mentioned, late shorts. And nobody can convince me that any whale could have any interest to do such, because where is their benefit? No benefit. The only guys that have any benefit of such fuckery are exchanges. FTX, Bitfinex, Binance. Only these guys have a benefit. So you can imagine who is driving the market right now. I mean, that's the only logical explanation I would have, at least on weekends. We know in the week is different. That's why at the end, in the last few weeks, I have stopped even to trade weekends. I was just trading weeks, and then even SPY just converted to a shitcoin. So yeah, I have just stopped, but it's really incredible, incredible. Big accounts on the long side, 60 to 40. That's crazy. The biggest positions, 55 to 45. Even long, long, long. Everything is long. Everything is long. So let us go forward. So we can see 20K, the put gamma wall is still there. A lot coming in here, but the big 25K is still there, and even the 26K is lifting up. And the gags should decline even more. No, it's 45,000 almost, 44,000. So lifting up in an upward trend should give us more space or much more, yeah, space to the downside than to the upside. But weekends, it's really hard to say. It's just hunting time. Custom strategy 170,000. Wow, absolutely nothing. We can make a very short chapter here, just checking what custom strategy is indicated, but custom strategy usually is not really useful, to be honest. Long strangle, short strangle, but really, really, really low custom strategy. Beer diagonal spread is maybe even the bigger, at least a notional, with 5.7 million. And also here looks bearish, relatively short term. We had those yesterday as well. So keep going, keep going. Shorts coming in, it seems. I'm not sure, but I think they are the same like yesterday. Custom strategy. Wow. 23 to 25 October, and that short term, everything sold. It's really, really difficult to say here what they did, and that's low volume, so I wouldn't care about that. Well, in short strangle and long strangle should, yeah, it's the same. I don't know what they did, but it, as mentioned, doesn't make any sense just to check that, to be honest. That's it. That's option trading on weekends. We know it's really low. Well, we need to see. I mean, what's going to happen, in my opinion, it looks more to the downside than to the upside for this weekend. But weekends are only pain. It's nothing. If a friend would ask me, I would say, I recommend you don't to trade weekends crypto because it doesn't make any sense. Absolutely not. It's pure. You can go to casino, and I guess it makes even more sense, and your possibilities to make money in the casino is even better than with crypto on weekends. And because we know it's low volume and Wall Street is closed, for me, Wall Street with the algo just following SPY is, in my opinion, stabilizing the crypto market. It's crazy to say that, but yeah, because at least you can, you know, you have a, a basis to analyze. If you know SPY is going up like half, for example, you know at least on Bitcoin the buy pressure should rise. Without, it's really difficult. I know many will say, well, Inspo, you can use TA and so on. Yes, of course, but you know, even TA has its limitations. So, uh, yeah, weekends, it's just pain. You can see, I mean, if the X wasn't part of it, SPX, it seems it's just only distributing. The whole thing was is looking more aggregated. Yeah, look forward to see which spot ETF, which spot CBD just followed the future market. Because even here we can see that the Bitcoin collateral futures are declining, indicating they are buying at the moment, and or at least, you know, following the idea of hedging. But if you take a look, that's here pure retailers factory. Let us go forward and check. Ah, look. Okay, Binance played this out, it seems. We will see how the others. I would like to see what Bitfinex did here, but it looks like that was mainly Binance. Coinbase didn't follow. They are also not really at least distributing. Wow, and Bitfinex just sold. Okay, crazy. So it was mainly Binance. It was Binance. The pump and dump or the dump and pump was driven mainly by Binance, it seems. Wow, Binance. Wow, wow, wow. And they said, no, we don't have any problem with money. No, it doesn't surprise me, to be honest, if I see what they are doing. I mean, look there, that's so crazy. That's really crazy. Well, however, let us go forward to the 30 minutes. If we can check here, you see that the funding rate is lifting up since a while. I mean, that's not really, well, it depends, but it's not really bearish. Open interest declined, of course, because of the fuckery, and that's it. That's absolutely it. We can check what the market maker is doing. Absolutely nothing. If we go here, also absolutely nothing. It seems it lifted up a little bit, but absolutely, nothing, nothing, nothing. Let us go forward. So what we see here, we can just go to 50 minutes, something I never do, but we can do that this time. If we check, Coinbase still waiting at 20K with the biggest volume and reduced its volume at 25K. So we need to see, not really sure what that means, to be honest, but their CVD, their delta is minus 23 for the current 1 hour candle, indicating they are more on the sell side. So they are not the main driver of the push up, as we have seen. Deribit, wow, what's happening with my mouse now? Oh, yeah, my PC. I'm sorry, I need to fix that, but I don't have the time. So again, as we see, Coinbase wasn't part really from the big push up. Deribit, we can check Deribit is waiting at 24K, and the next big wall is 22,800. Deribit is derivatives, and they, for example, has also a negative delta. Bitstamp, nothing. Only if we reduce the volume, doesn't make sense. So I would say absolutely nothing here. Binance Spot, something I'm at the moment using more. You can see what they are doing. For me, that's the magic level of 24,780. Means if bulls want to maintain the bullish momentum, they need to go up and from here bounce to the upside. Everything below 24,780 is for me bearish. They can do whatever they want, they can tell me whatever they want. For me, that's bearish. So we will see. They started here, in my opinion, after we have seen how that play out. It seems they use that for the algo. Something you have seen on FTX in the past in my analysis, where they start to make like a stair with orders. It seems that was exactly the same thing here, because oops, afterwards they reduced the walls. So it played out, they removed the walls. That's interesting, isn't it? So what they are doing here is limiting the way up 23,500, but yeah, at the same volume like 25,000. So we will see if this guy really wants to go up to 25,000. It looks like they are reinforcing their wall at 22K at the moment, and what wondered me is just to lock their liquidity at 19K. Something, in my opinion, doesn't make sense to make that now. Absolutely not. However, here we see that they have a positive delta, indicating they bought more than sold in the current candle, and makes sense because they pushed up the price. Bitfinex. Bitfinex here at 21,000 and or 30s. So to the upside, low volume, just here. The next one would be 25,400, but nothing. FTX Perp. FTX Perp Also reduced some walls here to the upside, to the downside. They are still waiting at 22,400. And here a lot of walls as well in different levels. And the next biggest one would be 20,000 after the 22,400. Kraken spot waiting at 25,000, and that's it. So we have some low volume walls here, 22 as well, but nothing. Bybit, nothing. I like Bybit. BitMEX also waiting here at 25, and it seems they are here, yeah, at 20,000. I don't know why, but 25 and 20,000 looks like they're. It wouldn't surprise me if they go and play yo-yo, up, down, or something like. I don't know. Binance futures. On Binance futures, we see we have a wall at 21K. They removed the wall here, 24.6. But also here nothing big, a lot of orders. As you can see, if we reduce that, we can see where are the biggest orders at the moment. Also here you can see close to the current price. That's something really usual to have such a lot of different orders, but we have 22.7 for example. It looks like that's a wall, and a bigger one at 22.3. That's it. Bitfinex derivatives, they still wait here, and Bitfinex is, well, relatively high for Bitfinex, limiting the way up at 23.5. Kraken futures, nothing. FTX spot, nothing. No, nothing. Just far away from its nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that's it. Um, no personal conclusion today because we will have our Q&A. Nothing has changed since that yesterday. It doesn't make sense for me to make a personal conclusion um, on weekends because it's, as mentioned, it's pure casino. I can't tell you. We can go to 25 straight tomorrow, for example. We can go directly to 20,000. I just have noticed that some bearish option tradings are happening in the last 2 days. So yesterday and the day before could be a sign that we go down. Doesn't need to. So if you feel comfortable, if you are going to your homework, if you use my data, if you make your TA using any different indicator, it doesn't matter, and you feel comfortable, trade that. Otherwise, enjoy your weekend and miss it because it really does make sense. It wouldn't surprise me only if we go down, for example, to 21,500 or something, or 20. I would long just because of the CME gap. Or if we go, for example, 25 to short, just because it's a 50-50 that we go down directly Sunday to Monday, directly to reach the CME close from Friday. But it wouldn't be the first time that we also missed that. We did that afterwards, few weeks later, and then went up or declined just to close the gap. But yeah, it's your money. You need to see. I'm going to enjoy my weekend. And today it's Q&A, as mentioned, in 1.5 hour. I will try to upload this analysis right now so you have the opportunity to watch the analysis and to write down some questions if you have some. Big love. See you later. Bye bye. Your Inspo.